Yes, when I was sitting down, I could not see. But we have the Director of Technical Services who oversee everyday operations of our licensees, the quality assurance, the revenue assurance, all the technical aspects under the Technical Directorate. We have Director for Spectrum Management. The spectrum, as I have said in the past, is actually the resource which is not replenishable. It is an infinite, it can also finish, so it needs to be managed to ensure that the next generation of South Sudanese still will be able to use the emerging technologies. So that's why when we license a radio frequency, we have to be very careful to assign that frequency and to make sure you remain within that frequency. We have a Directorate for Research and Planning, and that is a department which keeps track of the evolving technological ecosystem in the country, the consumer, the products that are coming out. How do we plan for it? For example, we are expecting to roll out a new technology of 5G. So the Department of Research is supposed to really work with the region to obtain information on how is it doing in other sectors, including, in fact, you remember 5G is clouded with a lot of stories during the COVID days. So also those things are things that we do a study so that when such technologies come into our country, we are absolutely sure material will be good for our people and it will increase our safety and promote our business. We have, like any other entity, of course, we have the or administration, which manages our daily administration. We have an executive director who coordinated all my activities because there's no way I'm going to talk with 8 directors. I have a human resource that follow up issues of recruitment. We are a technical entity, but we are also mandated, we must follow public service regulations. With Mr. Romo, the regional thing, so that we feel the ITU has a strict requirement that for every 5 delegates, we are sending at least 2 ladies. So you cannot go and grab those people from the street. They have to be qualified ladies. So we also put that in our HR policies to make sure that we have a workforce that meet global standards. So we have Director of Finance, which follow up our resources. But not only that, it also hold accountable the operations of our licensees. So every licensee, before they file their tax return, the Director of Finance also got to look at it. Remember, what they are trading is something that the Minister of Finance, we say if we import 1 million telephone into the country, the import may give you a certain amount of money. But if that 1 million telephone goes into the network, it is closely 2 million users, because assume one phone has to give us the proposals that we can share so that these phones are brought and take set price. That way, so that more people can get online. We try to go ahead with the localized internet for data server to connect not just only South Sudan, but now our policy is that whatever capacity we are building, we build it with enough capacity for onwards. So if our cable comes, landlockness should be turned around to become our reliability, because we are surrounded by all connectivity. In the west, Umbra and Raja. Of course, the Ugandan brother and Kenyan brother, we are at advanced stage. The link to Nadapal to on work. Before Sudan had crisis, we were at advanced stage to have access to the Red Sea cable through Port Sudan along the oil pipeline, bringing that connectivity to our country. Alternative in telecom is known as redundancy. It is the top of the price for any technology today. Anybody who wants to be online would like to have assurance of redundancy. How can we benefit? How have other countries done it? The benefit we have got so far from being a member of this institution, it has helped us in here. But when I'm with the IACO, I have access to all those countries, policies, documents, best practice, and what failed and what worked, which is really an advantage in enhancing us. Of course, space research, We are going to approach Yamajuba to help us so that we get more engineers to be ready to launch South Sudan into space. We cannot claim South Sudan is a young country because you all know in technology, the latest is the best, isn't it? So our endeavor is that we want our country to use the latest technology somewhere, and others are hesitant. And people will rush here to tell me, oh, this is good for your country. No, we are doing that while making assurance of our public safety and interest. So I would like to stop here and expand on your question. We shall have discussion on these issues. And thank you so much. I know that one of our guests is about to leave, and I would like us to give a present to Honorable John Omo. Maybe you can come on stage because you are leaving. Okay. My brother, I don't know if you have been in this position, you will know what it is. Just be careful so that I don't become jealous. Yeah, I have not even seen this. Huh?
Lived in Kenya once told Raila Odinga, if you want to be the president or if you want to the term president, come and be a I promise that we'll work with DG, we'll work with the civil societies that I've met here just to ensure that we handhold the young people that are truly, truly the future of this country. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Yeah, you can use that one. I would also like to call on our brother, Dr. Ali Simba. Yeah. I told you I will be. Okay, just wait for a photo, Mr. John Omo. Brother Ali. And it is from the young people, it's not from me. Thank you very much. So,
I'm still around, so don't be surprised when I'm going to.
Yes, it's better let him be in the middle. He's a little bit taller than us. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So with this, I think I can hand over the mic back to the moderator. Thank you.
Thank you, DG. A round of applause for Director General, Honorable Engineer Napoleon Adok Guy. Good afternoon, everyone. Can I hear you? Can I hear a response? Good afternoon. Okay, you're good? Is there some energy? Okay, great, because the next session is going to require a lot of energy and attention and focus. We're here to hold them accountable. We're here to ask them questions. And we require them to be transparent and answer us as consumers. So when we started this platform, we started with 2 MNOs, I believe, and the NCA. That was 2020, if I'm not growing. But are the telecoms growing with us? I think we need to ask questions to find out. So for this panel, there are seats. Joining me on stage will be, of course, Honorable Engineer Napoleon Adok Guy, Director General of the National Communication Authority, Corporate Affairs, themselves, and what exactly they do at the NCA, and that is enforcement and regulations, finance, HR, administration, and Eva Lopa, and I will be your moderator for this session. I think clap for me. I did a good introduction. Clap for me too. Thank you. Okay, directors, I will first. You're most welcome.
Thank you, Communication Authority. Spectrum is basically, most of you are using wireless devices. So spectrum is that thing that allows you to be able to hear speaking. We cannot hear each other. But then when you bring in order, you are able to communicate. So this is what we do in the spectrum management department, you to be able to communicate seamlessly. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Director. I think we've met Director General several times during this event already, so we'll give a chance to other directors to introduce themselves. You're most welcome.
Our can be implemented. So also we conduct.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dr. Labanya Margaret Mathia Ugila. The first question, making sure that we coordinate their communication internationally and locally. And so,
to you, Kwaishi, I'm the Director for Technical Services in the National Communication Authority. As you have heard, the National Communication Authority is the regulator. So there were two presentations of the .ss is under the Directorate, the CERT is under the Directorate, and I have the cybersecurity under the Directorate. So
the welfare of employees are catered for, or any other issues that is pertaining to employees' rights, and the role is the recruitment process, whereby we make sure that we have the right talent. We advertise in the right, we follow the law and regulations in accordance to the law of South Sudan, which is the public service law, and also where we need to have the qualified and the competent candidate in place. And also I'm in charge of the health, sure that they are working under conducive environment. Also to make sure that the importance of the health and safety of employee, health is not a responsibility of NC alone, it's as well as their responsibility too, because when we have a conducive environment for employee, they are able to less sick leave in the institution. So also we have salary and compensation. Salary, we make sure that we have a competent salary structure, grade of the salary. And also we have the benefits, like we have the health insurance, we have the bonus to employees, and all these matters pertaining employees. In charge. Also the implementation of the policy of the HR within the organization. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Number one, licensing and regulation. We're the ones who issue licenses to the ISPs, the MNOs, the sector. We also advise the authority on legal matters. Basically, that is what we do.
Thank
what we do together with other departments that support Directorate, we safeguard or protect the facilities of the institution. And personnel within the institution. We also ensure there is sufficient energy to run the institution. We also support in discipline, management of personnel together with HR. That's basically what we do as the Director of Administration and Logistics. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we're only missing Otto, Director Otto for Finance, who was with us earlier on, but he's not here now. But we all know what finance do, right? It has a lot to do with money, if you don't know. Okay. Now, I would like to remind the panel, and I do this every year, that the mission and vision of the NCA has two words attached to it, and that is accessibility and affordability. If we're going to hold you accountable, a lot of it will have to do with accessibility and affordability. We are only here to have a conversation. We want to ask questions, but we want to have a conversation to understand a little bit more of the challenges that they are experiencing and also how we together. Now back to the directors. Honorable DG, I want to ask you first. You just gave us a presentation, but based on what you just gave us, what is the most significant improvement? We saw slides that have to do with state of connectivity, of what exactly is being said. It's very technical, so we would like it broken down a bit. Can you tell what is the most significant improvement in what you just presented?
Follow on the right side. So I don't know who will. That is, yes, I think the most significant in this year that we have made is that we have expanded connectivity between, seen literally a rollout of more than 50 sites, 50 towers, combination, the MNOs, USAF, we have put out more than 50 towers. But something that is quite unique, and I'm not here, we just came into scene in 2021 with 9 sites, going all the way to 120 sites. So that's something that